from all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
How you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Back. Hey, all gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope you had a productive Thursday so far. Or if your Thursday started already, hey, hope you're going to do good things. Sorry about being late, but I'm editing this mini documentary that I kind of did. So I apologize in advance, but let's get to it. Now, you've heard many commentaries about this Netflix Warner Brothers deal. It's still not official. There's internal rumblings that Disney will make a statement saying that they don't want this because it's going to affect them. Paramount put in their bid, and they're in the 10-day window to review it. But I wanted to do this from a perspective that I didn't see anybody else except one other person do. And what does that mean for people who create content in the vein of, movies, documentaries, things of that nature, TV shows, things like that? So again, this won't be a long live, but I think that should be important for y'all to understand from that perspective. But before we start with that, let's get into the business of seeing who's in the building. Hack Science KT, hello. Wallow J, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Down B, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or comments, hello. So we got to do the customary house cleaning, and we'll get to it.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now go to start the teaching.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right. So we're going to look at this quick video. It's about the possibility of Paramount maybe swooping in and stealing the day, which will make it a super monopoly. And I don't think that'll pass Congress, but, you know, let's see what they're talking about.
Get to work!
Well, tonight, in the late stages of this deal, Paramount is making a hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery after Netflix's deal. The CEO says shareholders will see his all-cash offer as better than Netflix's surprise deal, which was announced Friday. A deal caught Hollywood insiders by surprise as Paramount was expected to be the frontrunner. Netflix made an offer for just Warner Brothers and HBO, while Paramount went bigger, bidding for the entire company.
So as you heard there, Netflix is just taking the Warner Brothers side and HBO, meaning they just want the properties. They don't want the whole company. Paramount saying they want the whole company. So for those who don't know what that means, we're going to show you what encompasses Warner Brothers. So I know it's Wikipedia. Don't get mad at me, but I think this is the best way we can get the information we need. So for the whole company, that means they would also own real estate. And Netflix being just a streaming service, they weren't interested in the brick and mortar. So Warner Brothers Entertainment, they have studio facilities in Burbank. I'm guessing this one is in England. And their museum. They also own where was it? Oh, Fandango. Now this was big because I'm wondering why Netflix wouldn't take this. Now I know Fandango's lost a lot of market share over the years because, you know, everybody's doing the streaming thing now. And Fandango used to be good with the critic ratings and getting tickets and all that. So I understand, but still, why wouldn't you take that? There was something else I wanted to show y'all. Where is it? So this too, they wouldn't take TNT. They wouldn't take TBS. That would be part of the WB Discovery. Netflix, I don't understand why they wouldn't take CNN. They could be the first streaming service to have their own ready-made news organization, but you know, we're going to come back to that in a little while. So they have all these. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to take all these too. I know they said they're not taking TNT, but you know, maybe they take Cartoon Network. See Dexter's Laboratory on Netflix. Why not? Why not? Old cartoons from when some of y'all that are above age, maybe you see it on Netflix. I don't know. But it's just weird to me that they're not taking this stuff. And as you can see, Warner Brothers owns a lot. But back to that CNN piece, because that was a really interesting part of this whole deal. What's up, Torian? What's up, Miss Nisi? That was a really interesting article that I read today that I think you guys might have a little bit of interest in.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Now, The Western Journal wrong for using this picture. And I ain't gonna hold you. I watched it, and sorry, not watched it. I read it last night, and I swear to God, I thought this black woman was Eartha Kitt for a minute. And then, whatever. So it says, CNN employees fear bloodbath as network's future hangs in the balance. As Paramount Netflix war for the chance to alter the media universe by purchasing Warner Brothers Discovery, the folks at CNN have a more narrow focus themselves. Last week, Netflix put in an $83 billion bid, but on Monday, Paramount owner Dave Ellison began a $108 billion hostile takeover bid. The winner gets CNN, which operates as a division of Warner Brothers Discovery, according to Fox News. So they are going to take it. I honestly, the reason why I kept saying that they're not going to, why they wouldn't take it, because I have a feeling that they're going to say this and then they're going to offload it. Because I remember Zaslav saying that he would rather spin this shit off and let somebody else take it. I don't see Warner Brothers saying, hey, we'll keep it. And I don't see either Paramount saying they're going to keep it. Maybe Netflix, maybe, but I don't see Paramount doing it. Unless you're going to fold CBS and CNN together, I don't see it. I don't think you want to give CBS all that power, but we'll see. Within CNN, employees are hoping that Paramount, which has made wholesale changes as CBS has taken ownership of the network, falls short. I think there is a very small contingent who wants Paramount. Most do not, one CNN staffer said, as one admitted that as it stands, the network is in chaos and crisis. Some of the fear of Paramount is due to Ellison. I don't think most like it because they fear him meddling, the CNN employee said. However, another employee said there could be worse fates, fearing that if Netflix wins the bidding war, Warner Brothers and its components could be, quote, totally chopped to pieces and whittled to the bone, private equity style. Another employee said fears are rising of a bloodbath if Paramount wins the duel and combines CNN with CBS. They like editorial independence, and I think the reports of what CBS has gone through suggest that it may not be the case when there is to be a Paramount takeover, one CNN employee said. Ellison responded, yeah, in a Monday interview when asked about combining CNN and CBS, according to the Associated Press. We want to build a scaled news service that is basically fundamentally in the trust business, that is in the truth business, and that speaks to the 70% of Americans that are in the middle, Ellison said. So if you were going to do that, why the hell did you hire Barry Weiss? And her first big move is to platform Erica Kirk and have her crying over her husband. But you want to talk about some truth. Okay. All right. Sure. President Donald Trump said he hopes that when the dust settles, CNN has new leadership, according to The Hill. It is imperative that CNN be sold, Trump said Wednesday. I think CNN should be sold because I think the people running CNN right now are either corrupt or incompetent. I just think that the people that have run CNN into the ground, by the way, I don't think they should be entrusted with running CNN any longer, Trump said. Any deal, it should be guaranteed and certain that CNN is part of it or sold separately. Okay. And then, of course, the usual suspects, they're pissed off over this because they're saying they're going to woke everything. I don't understand where you got that from, but, I guess you don't understand the progression of media, but that's okay. And remember, these are the same folk who told you that they don't watch stuff like that. This is the same people, but that's okay. That's fine. We understand. But from a creative standpoint, I'll say this. Netflix has been known to be hands-off with projects. I mean, I had a buddy a decade ago. He shot a pilot for him and didn't get picked up, but they didn't meddle in nothing. Like, the only time he said that he talked to them was when he would send off like the rough cut of the pilot. I think for Netflix to take over, they have to adopt what Tubi did insofar as letting independent media be shown on there. I think if they do that, I think they could be very, very beneficial to folk. But they do the custom model. They do the accepted model. You got to go through studios and all that, through the management companies and things like that. I think they should have a section where you can submit your stuff. Of course, they're going to have to approve it, of course, but if it gets enough good audience ratings, then you move it over to the main Netflix and let people see it. I think they could do something like that, but that's just an idea that I have. But for creatives, I think it would be better for Warner Brothers to be sold to Netflix. That's just how I see it. Especially us screenwriters. It would be nice to have our work profiled on somebody massive like Netflix. I mean, Amazon had that move a few years ago where you could submit ideas to them, and that's how they got that Nick Cannon movie. We're not going to talk about that. The other projects came out of that. I think Netflix should adopt something like that. But there's that. But we had the console wars. Now we have the streaming wars. It's okay. Netflix has video games on there now. I guess they're trying to be everything. It's okay. Why not? But anyway, y'all. We'll keep our eye on this because I think next week is when Netflix is supposed to finish looking at it and saying if they're going to keep it or not. I looked today, there's no movement on that. So they might still be considering it. I'd have told them screw off, but it's money. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to go back to editing this documentary and this other video that I think you guys are going to like. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but when you see the thumbnail, you'll be like, damn. I may even put it on members only first. I might even do that. But yeah. So hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. So if I don't see you again today, hey, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. If I do see you again, and it's going to be a fun topic. Anyway, y'all take care, stay safe. And you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Oh, here it goes!
Time's up.
Get your ass up! We gotta get out of here now!
But did we have a good time here? Hello?
Gotta get your groove on.
At the end of the day gotta end.
That's it.